Now, in all the moves that have happened in free agency, via trade and additions, with signings and stuff, there are two moves that I really like the most. Two moves that I think make the biggest impact on championship contending teams. Let's start with the first one. Brook Lopez, I know he's old, 37 years old, but him going to the Clippers as a backup big option for the Clippers behind Zubac, this is the best big that they've had since Isaiah Hartenstein. And, that was a huge loss losing him. But now you have somebody that could stretch the floor. He could be a rim protector. He's averaged, 2 blocks per game his whole career. Averaged 13 points per game last season. And that was with, terrible perimeter defenders around him in Milwaukee. With the Clippers, he has Derrick Jones Jr. that's going to be around him. Chris Dunn off the bench. Like, he has great defenders all around him. So he's going to have a really good season. 3 years ago, he was, second in Defensive Player of the Year voting. In the last 3 seasons, he shot 37% from the three and played 78 plus games. 3 years removed from being first team all defense. The Clippers were elite as hell defensively last season, and they add this guy as their backup big. You could do 2 big lineups too. Him probably at the power forward position, Zubac. Or you could get really creative with this, and I think Ty Lue will, but this is just a huge addition on all fronts. The Clippers, one of their big needs was addressing the backup big position and, their front court as a whole. They added John Collins and Brook Lopez. That's crazy. And this is a 2-year, $18 million contract too, so great value. This is one of the most underrated moves that we've seen in free agency so far. Giannis not too long ago said that Brook Lopez's jersey should be retired in Milwaukee. Just that shows you how pivotal player he was in Milwaukee, how big and crucial he was for that championship. With the Clippers, he could be that missing piece for real. And him and Harden, pick and pop, action's going to be nasty. Harden is going to, have him shooting 40% from three, and he's going to get a lot. I think off the bench, he could average 15. And like I said, shoot 40% from three. So Zubac is going to get a rest. Zubac is going to have an all-star season. And Brook Lopez has a nice place to finish the rest of his career and play at a high level still. So I really like this move. And then Lonzo Ball to the Cavs. They really gave him up for somebody that they really didn't, really want. He really was, on and off in minutes. But Lonzo as your backup point guard, replacing Ty Jerome. He's a better playmaker, one of the better 3-and-D wings in the NBA. He missed 2 years with, his serious knee injury. Damn near, has a new knee and shit. But last season in 35 games, I know, only played 35 games, but showed that he could still be a valuable player on a contending team especially. Great transition passer, shot 39% from three, great connector. He fits better with the Cleveland Cavaliers than Ty Jerome did. He's the best point of attack defender for the Cleveland Cavs. And they only got to pay him $10 million a year for this season. After, the extension he signed with the Chicago Bulls. This is great value. Still a great defender. Still going to force turnovers. He had a high, force steal rate. And that's what, the Cavs want to do. They want to push the transition. He's going to be able to do that for them as a passer and forcing steals. So I really like this. You could even throw him in starting lineups, have him finish the game next to Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland as a small forward. Like, you can get creative with him, and his impact will still be huge. So high IQ player. Great to see Lonzo Ball is going to have the opportunity to compete for a championship. Big LeBron fan growing up too, watching him playing Cleveland earlier on in his career. So I think this is a home run get for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And if LeBron wants to return back to Cleveland, this is another reason for him to want to play with the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Lonzo Ball is just one of those players you want to play with. One of those players that's just going to make the game easier for you. Really like both of these moves. Let me know down below in the comments a move that you really loved so far from free agency, via trade, via signings, anything, an underrated move. Let me know your thoughts down below. Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.